Hello, Dota2 fans! This is Chicago Ted bringing another Reddit Dota 2 League game, this time between Team Hang and Bang and Team Tryhard. Today, I'm going to be joined by All Smiles as my co-caster. All Smiles, say hello.
Hello, guys.
Alright, so this game is it's a best of 2 series, as they all are. This is game 1 of the series, and we're all both looking forward to a really good game. So as soon as the players load up, we'll go right on into the drafting phase. We're still waiting on one to hit the green ready sign. So hang in with me here. This is going to be the last game I'm casting tonight. After that, I'll do my best to get them up on the subreddit. Aside from that, we're just still waiting on that one guy. The red loading ... So hopefully he comes into this soon. Anyway, so as I said, I'm being joined by All Smiles, and All Smiles is a relatively known person, probably more so than I am in the league, and, well...
You flatter me.
And he's got one hell of a sexy voice, so hopefully we'll,
And he's in.
We have launched, so let me hit the hotkeys right this time and bring us right onto the drafting phase. So, what do you think, All Smiles? Do we think we're going to see some conventional meta, or do you think we're going to get some unconventional picks?
Well, knowing it's the Red Dota League, I think we're just going to have the meta.
Tryhards. You know, nothing wrong with that, especially from Team Tryhard. In fact, I love how brutally honest they are, and just like that, we see the Bat Rider banned out as well as the Dark Seer. Bat Rider, a great mid hero, can dominate the early mid game and as well snowballs really well in the hands of the right person. Whereas Dark Seer, great team fight control, sets up tons of ults and other abilities, and really makes fighting as a team pretty difficult.
5 seconds remaining.
Well, I mean, Bat Rider just wins one-on-ones, so he's one of the worst laners, like OD.
Right. Pretty difficult to fight against. Bat Rider, one of the typical strategies he uses to hit up the sticky napalm early on and just get like up to 8 stacks and then chase you down. If he dives you under tower, unless you have a good reliable stun, you're gonna die. So good to take out that mid hero. I imagine they're gonna take out the OD, as you said, next, because that is another really difficult hero to lane against. In fact, I laned against one earlier today, and it was annoying, to say the least. And there we go. Right on out. We also see the Lifestealer being banned out. You have something to say?
I mean, Lifestealer's not as scary with those nerfs coming through. We don't see him banned first stage in a lot of pro games anymore either. He's normally that second stage banned out now.
Right. And I mean, he still is strong. I mean, he can dominate heroes that are caught out of position, but less so after the 6.78 patch, which reduced the range of his open wounds by a lot.
And we have the Prophet, one of the most annoying heroes in the game.
Right. Dude, your mic sounds like it's choppy right now. Is there any issues going on?
Is it better now?
Well, we'll just have to wait and see. It was on prolonged phrases, but anyway, you were saying about the Nature's Prophet. We didn't quite catch what you said.
10 seconds.
Oh, he's one of the most annoying heroes with the global teleportation. But is it better now? I just having a spike back there.
It's much better. Don't worry about it. Alright, so yeah, the Nature's Prophet, a very good split pushing hero, can turn any real one-on-one engagement into a 1v2 quite easily, and that ultimate is very annoying early game, especially if you're a squishier hero, as it takes out a large chunk of your health.
It's also a great kill securing mechanism.
Right. If you have vision of that guy running away, I mean, he's not getting away any longer. So I imagine Team Tryhard are going to go try to get some anti-push as well as some heroes to pick off the split push. And just like that, they pick up the Nyx Assassin, a hero which can hide around, wait for the Nature's Prophet to come in, and then quickly dispatch of the tree-loving fella. Nyx Assassin, also a really good laner to block out, well, really any harasses with that Spike Carapace. If you send anything into him, I mean, you're going to get a follow-up stun, and then he can impale on you and turn that into...
Weaver.
Right, and the Weaver. So some good invisibility coming out from this team. They're going to be very mobile, be around the map as well as be hidden. I wouldn't put it past Nature's Prophet to try to pick up something like a like an Orchid up first, and then maybe some Dust to help himself out. But of course,
Well,
once
he's probably gonna
a
pick
Nyx
up a
Assassin
Shadowblade.
or a Shadowblade, yeah. But once a Nyx Assassin has you in your sights and you can't react fast enough,
10 seconds
you're probably going to
remaining.
die. And it's going to be a painful death, and especially when he picks up
5
his Dagon,
seconds
if
remaining.
the Nyx goes for that kind of build. And the Rubik.
And we have the Rubik.
Radiant
Right.
team banned.
I mean,
Some
there's
pretty-
some great spells to steal out there.
Oh yeah, I mean, you got the Vendetta and the Scoochie. If you want to, if Rubik wants to go ahead for the Invis, and Vendetta gives a bonus damage on his range attack, if I remember correctly. So, kind of an
Yep.
OP
10
kind of
seconds
combination right
remaining.
there, as he doesn't even need to be next to you to proc that extra damage, and it's a
5
hefty
seconds remaining.
bonus. So coming around into the second banning phase here, I can almost
Reserve
assume what
time.
we're going to see banned. For Team Tryhard, they're going to try to ban out more split-pushing heroes, whereas Hang and Bang, they want to get rid of, they want to get rid of some of the pick-off potential of Team Tryhard. I mean, right now we see they have their off-laner, and they have their, well, actually, that Weaver can be laned in the safe lane. In fact, you know, this is a very flexible lineup. I mean, what do you think?
I mean, Prophet 101 he's a pretty good laner, but it's just because he can have his trance harassing the Weaver out, and Weaver isn't exactly able to tank that. But then it's a pretty even matchup. I mean, Weaver probably has a slight edge though.
So do you think the Weaver's going to be playing in the off lane, or do you think he's going to be a safe lane farmer this game?
I think we have to take a look at the next picks to really have an idea, because right now it's not exactly.
Dire team
Well, we can
banned.
take a look at the bans, and just like that, we see Hang and Bang taking out, taking out the Alchemist and the Visage. So they're taking out a strong tri lane on the side of Tryhard. I mean, if they want to go for that carry Alchemist, the Visage goes very
10
well with a Nyx
seconds
Assassin
remaining.
in an offensive tri lane position, which can shut down
5
whoever you have in the
seconds
safe lane
remaining.
rather easily. Whereas Team Tryhard, getting rid of the Bounty Hunter, getting rid of that that capability of the
time.
Hala Get Dollar, where the Nature's Prophet can TP right on in, the Bounty Hunter can be waiting on the sidelines, and then whoever you're going against, one track and a kill to follow up, and that Nature's Prophet is just going to be skyrocketing ahead in terms of GPM. And they've
Yeah, we see the
Dire team pick.
Yep, the Bane being banned out. A hero great at singling people out. So, again, it actually looks like Team Tryhard are getting rid of some of the pick-off potential of Hang and Bang. I mean, again, adding to that combo, I mean, you got the Bane going to be sitting off. If he gets one Fiend's Grip out, again, the Nature's Prophet can just TP right on in. This is a very difficult hero to fight
10
against if
seconds remaining.
the Nature's Prophet's being played by a someone, or the
5
Nature's Prophet's in
seconds
good
remaining.
hands. I mean, he can be anywhere, and if you're not careful, he could be right up to take your
Reserve
make your
time.
day less fun.
Crystal Maiden.
Just like that.
and we see the Crystal Maiden.
Right.
I mean,
So
sh-
follow up and a good initiation for that tri lane. A follow up from the Nyx Assassin, and then, well, what is that? It's a 2-second disable, isn't it? Sorry, it's a 1.5
hers
at
is
level 1.
1.5 and it scales by
Yep.
0.5.
It scales 2-3. So I mean, that is a big disable, and you pair that up with the Nyx Assassins, which is 1.27 at the early game. You have
10
an almost
seconds remaining.
3-second stun. You get a carry that can also stun, or even an
5
auto attacking
seconds
carry,
remaining.
and you've got the makings of a very strong lane. In fact, I wouldn't put it against them to pick up
Reserve
something like an
time.
Ursa that can really make use of that stationary hero for a long period of time, and then run the Ursa to take the early mid game and try to snowball into the later mid game, and then have the Weaver pick up the baton and carry into the late game. Meanwhile, Hang and Bang coming up on their next pick phase. I imagine they're going to
I
start.
mean, Crystal Maiden, her aura's just good for Nyx and Weaver, who both need mana as well.
Ah, yeah, I didn't realize that. Yep, her aura boosting the mana regen. In fact, that got buffed recently, didn't it?
Yeah, it's not double for
10
her.
seconds remaining.
And we actually see the IO picked up. This means even more split
man.
push.
The IO with the Nature's Prophet. This combo is absolutely devastating. Because no matter where you are, it will always be 3v1 if you're alone. So Team Tryhard is going to have to be very careful. That Crystal Maiden with the low move speed can get caught out an awful lot. I mean, they do have the Invis heroes going for them where they can sit around the Crystal Maiden and try to hide while that TP comes in, but unfortunately for them, I mean, even with the Nixon Weaver there, it's still going to be a 3v3. And in that case...
I think if they did something like... Oh, we see the Sven pick up.
Sven. Alright, so that TP relocate, once that Wisp comes in, guess who's grouped together? And Sven, a hero that loves when people are grouped together. That, the Chaos Knight being picked up. So the classic CK Wisp combo, except now it's CK IO, unfortunately. But this is classic, and this is a hero, this is a combo that many North American and Eastern Western teams in general tend to swear by. If they can pick up this combo, it's pretty much GG, go next. If it needs to be shut down pretty early. Yep, and with the Sven, that can pretty much cleave down illusions. Team Tryhard is going to have a fairly decent shot at trying to counter this. I mean, Nyx Assassin bursts down the IO rather quickly. The Sven cleaving through the Chaos Knight, what he has to offer. Get a BKB that Sven, you're not going to be able to do anything to him.
10 seconds remaining.
We could just see aggressive try this. Because if you stun team...
Looks like you're spiking again, man. Your mic is cutting out.
A lot of damage now. Yeah, I'm having the spike again.
It's fine, dude. If you notice a spike, I'll let you know, and we'll just try to resolve it. But as you said that, I mean, I didn't quite understand, but I can pretty much extrapolate what you're going to say. And that's how... Wow, I completely forgot. Sven's going to be able to burst down a lot in these team fights. And CKIO is going to have a little bit of trouble with the Nature's Prophet. Might be able to isolate out the Sven with his Sprout fairly easily, but all in all, Team Tryhard are going for extra damage, and the tri-lane that Team Tryhard has right now, which is going to be most definitely the Sven, Crystal Maiden, Nyx Assassin, has triple stun, has a lot of damage, and can take out heroes level 1 rather fast, but the Puck and the Storm Spirit coming out. Puck for Team Tryhard, Storm Spirit for Hang and Bang, the classic mid-fight here, both snowballing intelligence mid-heroes. It's up to which mid is a better mid to see who wins this lane, as both, well, Puck should technically win the earlier game, but as Storm Spirit starts getting levels and XP, it's going to be a close fight.
Puck has the slight advantage, but
right.
I mean, a lot of it just comes to player skill.
Yeah, exactly, but the Puck might have a slight advantage with that Waning Rift being able to silence out the Storm Spirit, which is one of Storm Spirit's main weaknesses, mind you. But
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know. I'm thinking both teams, if they can get off the ground, have a relatively equal chance at taking this game. So, as we go into this game, let's go ahead and introduce the teams. For Team Tryhard, we have, oh god, it's going to be hard to pronounce, Krek on the Sven, Revi playing the Crystal Maiden, Wax on the Weaver, Whirlwind Ghost playing the Fairy Princess Puck, and Skinny Owner on the Nyx Assassin. Meanwhile, for Hang and Bang, we have Neutral Milk Hotel playing the Storm Spirit. We have Colin for Black Up, Holla Holla Get Dolling on the Nature's Prophet. We have Zhao X on the Chaos Knight, Mr. Inferred Now playing the Rubik, and Rainbow Party, the little spirit ball, Mr. Io. So as it stands right now, we have 4 heroes rotating into the bottom lane, 5 with Whirlwind Ghost. Do you think we're going to see a level 1 engagement?
30 seconds.
If they catch it outright, yeah, we will see it come in. And
this is not a
see it.
Yep, this is not a lineup that you want to go against level 1. In fact, we see that they're backing up. One's fence done, and they're out.
They should, like, when you try to do the level 1 jungle, you don't want to run past this. Yeah.
Right, and the line
This
you're drawing
line
is
right
right
here.
there, right?
Yeah, there you go. You want to run, you want to, like, stand right here, or back in here, so you get the catch on them.
Right. If they had been a bit more patient, I'm pretty sure they would have been able to get a few kills. But instead, they bull rushed right in,
I mean,
and you're
Rubik
right.
And
They had full vision
walked
of this, and they
right
were
up.
able to back up. Anyway, the ping's coming out. Nyx Assassin looks like he wants to try a level 1 gank in on the mid, and Storm Spirit is not a hero that can deal well with the level 1 ganks, but no, he's going to back off. So I don't know, man. What do you think about these lanes? Who's going to win this laning phase, or who should win this laning phase?
it depends. I mean, I feel like the aggressive tri lane will work. Top, we see Black Up actually pulling the creep wave with his trees, which is just really good anyways, as an off profit. Just because plus Weaver can't really last under his tower, he has to drag the creep wave back. And so he's missing CS this way.
Right. So this is a small little victories for the Nature's Prophet in this fight. I'm not sure why Sven is holding it back. Well, that CK was back behind the creep wave. That would have been a kill. Easy.
Yeah. But it's CK though. I mean, he has 625 and 4 health and 4 armor. He's not exactly the easiest you want to kill.
Yeah, but I mean, you combine once you take into account the Storm Hammer, you take into account the Frostbite, you take into account the Impale, and there he flies the stun, but there's no one to follow up. The telekinesis to bring him back, but of course there's no damage on either side really to follow him up. The Spirits just kind of doing a little bit of harass.
I mean, Crystal Man and Nyx, they're just out of position to follow that up with. Like,
yeah.
If the Wisp or Rubik gets out of position slightly, they're dead with the stuns and damage.
Yep, exactly. And the ping's coming out. They want the Rubik. In fact, he is a kill. He is a free kill, but the Rubik playing it smart, sitting back, and Wisp taking out the Spirits to scout out where the enemy team is.
Spirits actually don't give vision anymore. They just explode if they hit the hero.
I thought they gave vision if they actually hit, though.
Only if they hit, though.
Right. Either way, Puck picking up a haste rune. This could be bad for this Storm Spirit. Ping's coming out. Meanwhile, looks like fights might have erupted on both sides at the same exact time, but both playing relatively passive. I'm not sure Team Tryhard is the lineup that needs to play passive. I think they're the lineup that needs to play uber aggressive in this fight. And there we go. Haste rune popped on the Puck. He's going way back, but he's taking a lot of damage from that tower. One Raining Rift. It does hit. Another new auto attack, but the Rubik coming in, and then the Electric Vortex finishing up the kill. That's first blood.
The weird thing was, he had the orb off cooldown. He could have used that, and then that would have killed the Storm Spirit off.
Wow, yeah, you're right. I mean, that's 140 burst damage, and we see Wisp catching the Crystal Maiden out of position. It looks like the Rubik trying to go in, but the beautiful Impale Frostbite combo. Unfortunately, the CK is there, and the Crystal Maiden is in a lot of trouble, though. The Wisp might also fall, and there he goes. Wisp going to the Nyx Assassin, but unfortunately, the Crystal Maiden goes to the enemy carry, the Chaos Knight. A little bit of further aggression, but nothing really amounting to anything. And it looks like Nature's Prophet, nope, not TPing in. All in all, I think I'm going to favor Hang and Bang's tri-lane in that engagement. Zhao got the kill on the Crystal Maiden. Meanwhile, the Wisp fell to the Nyx Assassin. Still a good hero to get kills on, but you want that Sven really snowballing out of control. And it's tough to do that unless he gets early items. Neutral Melkotel sitting rather low. He does have his ball lighting up. Is he going to try to contest this rune? He is. Nope, backing off at the last second. Looks like Puck is going to pick up the illusion rune and head back on into the mid lane. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, still just batting eyelashes at each other. They want to go in. But right now, I think Team Tryhard know they're
That's
at
a really good time to go on that Wisp.
Oh yeah, the Wisp getting way out of position here, but unfortunately Crystal Maiden not spotting that out in time and not putting down the Frostbite.
I'm pretty sure they're just waiting for the Sven to have a stun.
As it goes in, it looks like Crystal Maiden getting stunned up. The Wisp, IO stun rather, doing lots of work in this fight. It looks like they're not going to be able to get a follow-up kill. The tether stun is already used on Nyx. He's not going to be able to get stunned again. The telekinesis isn't there to follow it up, and 1 kill going to Hang and Bang's tri-lane.
I mean, at this point, the aggressive tri-lane has lost just because they gave up more kills already.
Right.
They need to get the kills to come out even.
They need to split up and start getting some farm out in these heroes. Because right now, Reality Rift is not going to connect. And Sven getting away with his life, although just barely. This team is now strong enough to really make use of when that hero is pulled back. Unfortunately, though, there is no mana for a stun. If anything's going Dire's way, is that both the Puck and the Weaver have the most last hits on the board, and right now are sitting fairly high on net worth.
But actually, in terms of net worth, Storm beats Puck by 600 just because Puck gave that first blood.
Right. The Storm was involved
And
in that
he's
kill.
near a full level below.
Yeah, that's important to know. It looks like Puck
and we actually see
did end up taking out the Storm Spirit with the use of that Dream Coil.
I mean, Storm there just got over aggressive and he paid for it.
Right. And Puck's not a hero that you really want to get over aggressive on. It looks like Rubik, the chain stun out, and he is going to fall. This tri-lane scraping back together. It looks like they're catching out the Puck. No, the Puck is coming in. They want more. They're going to try to go on Chaos Knight. Nope.
Coil.
Right, the Dream Coil is not on. He's going to go ahead and TP back mid. They saw that the Wisp had rotated, and they took advantage of that. Beautiful reactions by the team, and overall great game sense. And as it stands right now, it's 3-3 at 6 minutes. We look at the net worth and the goal graphs, and Team Tryhard bringing it back together. Meanwhile, it looks like Puck is able to orb on out. Weaver going on top lane, calling for Blackup, is in big trouble here, but the trees giving, oh man, it looks like the tree's going down just in time for the Scoochie to really take this toll, and the Weaver is able to pick up the Nature's Prophet. Bottom lane, Hang and Bang, looking to catch him out of position, but nothing just yet. Weaver's getting some fairly good free farm up top. Calling for Blackup did go down. He's going right back into lane. And Weaver says, hello, my friend.
Phase boots.
Yep. Phase boots going to give him that extra mobility.
I mean, this leaves him really squishy, though, so it's somewhat of a large gamble.
I mean, but versus the early game damage of the Nature's Prophet, you don't really need to be the most tanky. I mean, he needs to worry about ganks, and right now the Reality Rift into the Sven with the follow-up Stormhammer. Right away, it looks like he pops his war cry, and they're going to be able to walk on out of there. No, Crystal Maiden takes a few stray attacks from Zhao and is able to go down. Call for Blackup, doing great work in this fight. It looks like Nyx getting very low. One more attack, it does come. The Impale, though, hitting on Blackup. Beautiful Dream Coil hitting on two Stormhammer. Finishing off the Nature's Prophet, and Zhao just kind of waiting it out. The Orb, though, going to pick up the Rubik. And then the Puck next to fall. The Tether Stun doing great work, but unfortunately not enough. In from behind. The Storm Spirit trying to do a lot, but the double damage from the Puck doing even more. And all the heroes are back into this fight. Hugely.
They came out really well in that. They only lost Nyx and Crystal Maiden.
Right.
They had Prophet and...
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They lost their tri-lane supports. And unfortunately for them, they also picked up a ton of kills. And it looks like Storm Spirit going right onto the Sven. But the Impale beautifully following up.
That was a great Impale right there.
Unfortunately, Revi is going to be the collateral. That was a huge play saving the Sven. The Impale, what did that catch? 2 or 3? I didn't...
That caught at least 2. I saw that it hit the Seekin storm.
Right, right. And that storm, if he had gotten his electric vortex off, that Sven would have been dead. Calling for black up. Just farming up the creep waves. He does have his hand of Midas, and it's coming out to him on the courier. 9.5 minutes, though, is not the kind of timing you want.
And all this time that he's been down there, Weaver has free farm.
Right, and this Weaver, sitting on 1,300 gold with that Ring of Health, can easily pick up the Perseverance, and then is on there, well on the way to that Lincoln Sphere. Meanwhile, Zhao sitting on 1,000 gold. We see the stun. Stormhair coming out, hitting one, hitting Rubik. And the Rubik pick up, put down by the Impale, going down. The Wisp next to fall. The God Strength doing great work. Extra damage is always key, and they can go ahead and try to push down this tower. This Sven is doing lots of damage with his ultimate up. It's really difficult for a squishy tri-lane support to follow up, especially after a fight like what just happened. Although, Skinny Owner taking a little bit of damage, and it looks like Nature's Prophet not going to try to capitalize.
Oh, he's dead now.
Chaos Knight finding out the Nyx Assassin. As you said, Nyx Assassin was dead.
I know he was trying to pull in the creep wave at like less than half HP. But Weaver takes the top tower.
Definitely, that's a huge win for Weaver, and didn't get the last hit, so doesn't get that extra bonus gold, but still sitting on 2,100 gold. And back to the Nyx Assassin's death, he was just totally overstaying his welcome right there. The TPN, Nyx Assassin trying to come in, but the orb doesn't connect. There is no follow-up on the Storm Spirit, and they're not able to take it down. Meanwhile, Nyx Assassin still going out the top lane, but aggression on the Sven, not amounting to anything.
And this Nyx Assassin really needs to get his level 6 up.
Right, it's 12 minutes in.
I mean,
we take a look.
4 squishy targets that he can go on.
Right, we take a look at the hero levels, and we see all the tri-lane supports are actually quite low level, but the key difference here is that Sven's level 8, and the Weaver and Puck are both 11. So there's a clear XP advantage going the way of Team Tryhard. In fact, we look at the graphs, and we see 3K and both XP and gold, and they're going to go ahead and smoke up, and they're going to go and they're going to find this Rubik. I think this is most certainly a kill if they can find it. They're going to go in. Stormhair to go in. It does connect. There is no telekinesis, and he's going to go down in 2 hits. Crystal Maiden kill securing up with the Crystal Nova. Pings out. They see the Storm Spirit coming in, so they're going to play rather carefully. Meanwhile, Weaver in the top lane is doing a great job. Those phase boots really paying off in terms of that damage output. And since he was getting free farm, it really didn't affect him at all in terms of his survivability, which was the main concern as when he got them. Weaver does pick up the ultimate orb and 760 gold on top of that, so he's getting really close to that Lincoln Sphere. There is a Rubik to follow up, but Scoochie right on out, and he's going to go ahead and get away. Meanwhile, tri-lane, finding farm, finding levels, and right now I think these supports should be inside the jungle, stack pulling, and farming camps. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, or at least they should stack the Ancients, since Sven can clear them out really easily.
Right, I mean, what are they getting from sitting in this lane? They're blocking the XP for Sven, and they're getting no gold.
Oh. Nyx is level 6 now, he's gonna try for the gank.
Right, and he has full mana.
I believe they spied out that TP.
Looks like Puck using up the Waning Rift. Not quite sure what the reasoning was there, but Weaver just split pushing like he does best, and doing it fast. I mean, he's 1,100 gold right now. He's finding farm really efficiently, and we see in terms of the gold XP graph. So as I say that, though, hold that thought. We see some aggression going in on the Chaos Knight, not amounting to anything. It looks like there wasn't much committed for that fight, but the Nyx Assassin, who we said was going to try to get the ganks in, was not there. Orb in, If they want to drop the Dream Coil on this Chaos Knight, they could get that kill.
They're just waiting for them to get to the high ground.
Heroes
Or
rotating
actually-
in to the top lane for this Weaver with the Scoochie. Saving him yet again. Storm Spirit walking back in the mid lane. The Nyx is looking for a kill. His Vendetta has been popped, but only has a couple of seconds. It's only a 20-second duration at level 1. He's going in. He finds the Rubik, but the Vendetta wearing off. He's in big trouble here. The Spike Carapace keeping him alive. A beautiful Impale. Dropping 3. And he's going to be able to walk right on out of there. And the Puck going in behind enemy lines is not able to find anything. In fact, he gets stunned up almost immediately, but the Waning Rift on the Chaos Knight blocking anything. The Dream Coil catching 4.
Oh, Chaos Knight's he's actually trapped.
Fire take you.
And that's 3 heroes down for the price of 2. Make that 4. Double kill for the Weaver. 2,100 gold right now. But unfortunately, they can't make that a push onto the tier 1 tower. As we say that, though, Puck picking up the Blink Dagger. This
And Weaver is only less than 100 gold from his Lincolns.
that is absolutely huge in this game. I mean, 15, 16 minutes is a very good time for Lincolns. For those who are as hold that thought, we see Wax taking a lot of damage from the Storm Spirit, but is able to get away. Storm Spirit had the Sentry Ward down and was able to see him, but time-lapsing out, the Weaver was able to get away. But as I was saying, for those of you who are used to those stats dropping down, my statsman Sir Rabbit Koala was not able to join us tonight. I'm sorry for that, but unfortunately all those usual little helpful stats, like about now he would be listing the average time for the Lincoln Sphere, but unfortunately we're not going to have that this game. It looks like Rubik picking up Scoochie.
Picking up Shikuchi.
Right, and
Radiant's
that's a
top
pretty good
tower
pickup
is
for a
under
Weaver,
attack.
or a Rubik rather. And TP in from the Nature's Prophet. They're
Okay,
going to
he's
go ahead
going
and push
dagger
up the
as
top
well.
lane. Mid-tier 1 though is still standing, and that's huge from that last fight. In any other circumstance, that tower should have gone down. But Hang and Bang did a great job taking down, getting a trade, even if it was a 4-on-2. And Weaver finally picking up that Lincoln Sphere. At the same time, Chaos Knight gets his armlet. I think the Lincoln Sphere on the Weaver is a little bit better in this scenario.
Weaver still needs to build a BKB though. I mean, there's so many easy ways to pop that Lincolns.
Yeah, but the more
They
you
have-
spend
I
on
mean-
popping that Lincolns, I mean, the main point, I think, in this team is to get Weaver to really soak up everything and then have Sven run around and do everything else. It looks like Nyx getting a Impale out on the Io. I keep wanting to say Wisp, and it looks like Vendetta. There is a Sentry Ward. He's going to go down here. Dream Coil catching 3, but where's the follow-up? Puck going to drop really fast, and there he goes. So,
Great.
ton of heroes caught on the Dream Coil, but only Rubik to follow up, and it looks like Crystal Maiden trying to get that ultimate off, but absolutely huge turn of events as Hang and Bang able to pick up 3 for the price of 1.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And they can go ahead and put some
Yeah, they
pressure
got-
in on this mid-tier 1
They got
tower.
just over-aggressive there.
Yeah, I mean, what were they expecting to accomplish? So Nyx Assassin was already half
Dire's
health, if I
bottom
remember
tower
correctly.
is under attack.
All this while Weaver's pushing up the top tier 2 tower.
Lincoln's pop, telekinesis with the Fade Bolt, and it looks like Weaver taking a lot of damage, but turning it right around this Rubik, and massive trouble the Geminate proc! Picking him up. Unfortunately for him, the stun, he time-lapses it out. He has another Scoochie, and he's going to go ahead and get away. Meanwhile, Nature's Prophet trying to do what he can. Weaver still fighting, realizes that the TP back, and he's going to go ahead and pick up this Nature's Prophet. Weaver getting a double kill, and it looks like Puck picking up the Wisp at the top rune. So 3-0. If there was ever any inkling of Hang and Bang coming back into this game, Tryhard just ripped it out from under their feet.
Radiant's middle tower
Weaver though,
has fallen.
taking a lot of damage, does go down.
Oh yeah. And his bugs killed the Storm Spirit off.
Radiant's
Oh,
middle
man,
tower
so
is under attack.
almost a triple kill for him
Are fortified.
in terms of, and replacement for his 1 life. And we'll see, looks like Rubik got mana burn, but he's not going to have it for long. The Impale off the mark, but Puck attacking from the low ground and gets the hit. Meanwhile, mid-tier 2 is taking a lot of heat. It could very well go down if all the heroes commit. Puck taking lots of damage though. Sven with that 1 point up in the cleave though is going to be able to take down these waves fairly quickly. Looks like Puck, Crystal Maiden, no, getting caught out, is going to die rather quickly. Crystal Maiden, not the tankiest hero until she gets a ton of items, and that is something she does not have. Well, 3 heroes at the bottom rune.
If we take a look at the levels, Weaver's already level 15, and the closest to that is the Nature's Prophet, who's only 12, and that's him with a hand of Midas as well.
Absolutely, and if you take a look at all the levels in general, I mean, all of them are pretty much higher than their respective roles. I mean, save the one exception where Sven is an equal level as the enemy carry, but
Dire's middle tower has been
I mean, the
denied.
tri-lane supports are collectively a higher level on Dire. The mid is a higher level, and the offlaner is a higher level. Weaver is topping the CS board, but that's mainly because he was sitting free farming for half the game. The Impale though, catching no one. And it looks like 2 heroes in mid ready to defend their tower. Overall, some passive playing going on right now. Trees to spot out what's going on, but honestly not able to do anything. And we see just at this moment, Sven, he has his BKB. So next fight, it looks like Hang and Bang have to be ready for a Sven with a full 10-second BKB. Meanwhile, Weaver.
Also building one as well.
Right, and he's building a Lincoln's on top of a BKB. That's a new one. Looks like Rubik did steal Waning Rift, but it hit after the Scoochie actually happened, so. Looks like Weaver. He's still spotted out though, calling for Blackup, trying to do what he can, but.
The backstab.
Yep, it looks like Neutral Milk Hotel getting caught out, but they're not able to do quite enough, and he's gonna ball lightning right on out. This is 3 heroes that are caught way behind enemy lines, but Puck going right in, catching Dream Coil on 1, but it's enough. They pick up the Storm Spear here. Unfortunately though, the Puck, next to take aggression, he is going to go down to Wisp Spirits. Meanwhile, Chaos Knight taking a lot of damage, but still doing great work in these fights, but the Sven coming in with a Storm Hero. And the teleportation out. They get the tier 1 tower, and they're most certainly going to pick up the Wisp. There is an Impale to pick him right up.
I mean, he saves the Chaos Knight.
And the tether, not quite happening. Not sure what blocked that. But all in all, unlucky call for the Wisp.
I think it was the Nyx Impale.
Yeah, might have caught just on time. But, as it's happening, Nature's Prophet is going to pick up the bottom tower. And he's going to get the last hit on it to boot.
But both teams, they're not stacking the Ancients, and Sven's a great Ancient Claire as well. Right.
In fact, whenever I play Sven, I try to emphasize for the team, the Ancients in the neutral camps need to be stacked. That cleave dispatches rather of any sort of stack really quickly. And on a Sven, that's absolutely imperative, as you got to get up items early. And it looks like he's got a Hyperstone. He might be going for an Assault Cuirass.
That's most likely what it is. We see a smoke up. So they're gonna run to the jungle.
They're gonna find no one though, as Radiant has committed to a push in the top lane. Neutral Milk Hotel on the Storm Spirit. Bottle the double damage rune. If he catches out this Puck.
Oh, they actually might catch out this Rubik.
They're gonna get the Rubik. There it is. Can I say
dies.
overkill? Looks like though at the same time, Nature's Prophet split pushing like he does best. Where have I seen this before, guys? Can I recall a TI3 Game 5 with Nature's Prophet, CK Wisp? just split pushing down towers when you think you're gonna win the game.
Radiant's
But-
middle tower is under attack.
But they're gonna lose their T2 towers if they don't come back.
Are fortified.
Wisto has
And
relocate
someone with
available.
God strength can push faster than that.
They have relocate. They have TP in from the
Dire's top tower
from the Nature's
is
Prophet.
under
They're gonna
attack.
go ahead and try to trade tier 2s. Meanwhile, it looks like Storm Spirit doing what he can, but the TP in actually from the CKIO as they are able to pick up the well, they almost are able to pick up the Sven. Unfortunately, they don't actually get the kill. They turn it right around. The Nature's Prophet in a lot of trouble. Weaver though taking a fall to the Chaos Knight, and it looks like Storm Spirit finishing off the puck.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I think Kang and Bane came out widely on top in that fight. They got the top
Yep,
tier
they
2.
got the kills.
Yeah, they got the trade. They got the higher priority kills. I mean, they got the 2 highest levels on Team Tryhard. That's huge amounts of XP going to this team. And now, Chaos Knight is in a pretty commanding position where he is now 2nd highest level and 1 behind the Weaver. Nature's Prophet has picked up ahead of the puck. And in terms of net worth, Chaos Knight only 200 behind the Weaver, who was sitting so far ahead not too long ago. I think Tryhard is starting to feel the heat of this lineup. The CK Wisp is just so strong.
And Sven popped his BKB when he was only at around 400 to 500 health, so it just didn't provide the use, and they physically burst him down at that point.
Sven taking out waves fast. He's sitting on 1800 gold. When he gets that Assault Cuirass up, it's going to help a little bit taking out that Chaos Knight, whose armor is absolutely through the roof. But until then, it looks like Storm Spirit getting caught out with the Invis Rune. I don't know if he knows they see them, but he goes right in and unloads on the Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden isn't going to fall here just yet, but does end up falling.
That's for Nature's Prophet as well.
Weaver, though, picking up the Nature's Prophet. Unfortunately, the Nyx taking a few hits from the Chaos Knight. Weaver popping the BKB, and looks like Sven popping it as well. They're trying to go ahead on this Chaos Knight, but he deals so much damage. And they're going to back off ahead. It looks like Warcry stolen by Rubik, and they're able to catch up to Sven. That's a 3-for-1. And right now, Team Hang and Bang are in a
That's
position to
actually
start
3-for-2.
pushing down
Because
top.
Prophet bought back. Prophet bought back that fight and TP'd in. So
Ah,
it's
but
3-for-2.
I mean, but he did get some good XP and gold after he bought back, and he's sitting on 3,000 gold. And right now, Weaver under aggression again, and he's gonna just drop right here. He's not able to pick up the Rubik, and it's a monster kill streak for the Chaos Knight. I'm thinking that Tryhard's potential in this game is rapidly dropping. What about you?
I mean, I think Weaver's just being way over aggressive. They need to find that pick off and just use it to push. And Sven should be able to beat that CK now that he almost has Assault Cuirass done.
I mean, he's still about 1,000 gold away from it, though. Warcry being
Just
popped.
doesn't have access to that God Strength. The 200% damage.
Yep, absolutely. And that'll help with the reduced armor. So, I mean, push comes to shove, late game, it's going to all depend on positioning. But right now, Hang and Bang have an incredibly scary lineup. They can be anywhere on the map at once. And if you're Team Tryhard, you got to be incredibly careful of that ganking potential.
I actually don't understand this pickup of the Satanic on the CK. Just because it's only himself that gets it, and he doesn't exactly do a lot of damage because his attack speed's still 0.8 seconds. Something like an Assault Cuirass or even like a Sint and Yasha might be better. Or just go like the Heart tank up.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Absolutely. It looks like Team Tryhard are trying to gain a little bit of advantage back. They're going to go in for Roshan. And right now, Team Hang and Bang have no idea what's going on. Roshan's dropping low. They have the
they know now.
Trion Scallops to pick it up. It looks like the relocate is up on the cliff. The Wisp, only one there.
And he's by himself as well.
He's gonna end up going down here. The rest of Hang and Bang though are in to pick up the pieces, and Sven goes down almost immediately. Crystal Maiden next to follow. Weaver though picking up the Nature's Prophet.
Ice shot. What is this nature?
Crystal Maiden buys back. They are looking to defend, but there's nothing to defend against. Team Hang and Bang realize that they need to back up, and they do. 2 for 2 in that fight. But again, Tryhard loses their Sven. They're losing heroes that are too high priority, and the Weaver is way out ahead. Feeling very confident with that Aegis the Immortal, but there are 3 heroes ready to punish him for that. If he goes in, if he shows his face, but he knows it. He's not going to go for it. And we see a pause out from the Storm Spirit, as we have a little bit of technical difficulties coming into this game. So, as of right now, it's 24-30 at 30 minutes of Game 1 between Team Tryhard and Hang and Bang. We look at the golden XP grabs, and, well, you can't really see where it is right now because the game is pause sign, but it looks to be relatively even. Hang and Bang is pulling it right back up together on the back of that Chaos Knight. But as you said, a lot of gold being put in that Satanic, and unfortunately, I mean, it'll help him when he gets those few crit procs, if he can get the 125% lifesteal, or 175 rather, excuse me, and it will keep him alive for a little bit longer. But with God Strength on the Sven, he can burst down that Chaos Knight rather quickly, even through the Satanic lifesteal.
I mean, something else that he could have gone was the BKB. Because there's nothing that goes through that on the side of the Dire.
Or even a Mantis style, and just make it so you can one-shot any hero that you Reality Rift. Either way, this game's starting to look relatively close. Hang and Bang are at the kill deficit, but certainly not at any other deficit. This game is starting to look really good. It's going to come down to 1 or 2 more team fights before we really can see a clear winner in this game. But as of right now, place your bets, man. I'm thinking Hang and Bang have got this.
I think they're on the comeback. I mean, they have the momentum. And Prophet's really close to his sheep stick. As well as Storm having his Orchid up right now. So that offers a lot more shutdown for this Weaver. As well as the Puck or Sven.
Right. Just scrolling through the charts here, Weaver is still at the top of the XP per minute, but Chaos Knight has finally topped him in GPM. Net worth, though. Oh, you can't accurately see a net worth because of Chaos Knight. It's disconnected. But I'm imagining the net worth is higher on the Chaos Knight than it is on the Weaver.
I'd have to agree with you on that.
I mean, I can add up the collective price of all his items, but honestly don't want to do that. So, guys, for those watching, for those listening in, for those watching the replay, again, this is Chicago Ted casting with co-caster All Smiles. And we're casting Game 1 of this game between Tryhard and Hang and Bang, and right now we're just waiting on connection difficulties. I don't know, Smiles, got any good stories for the viewers here?
Nope.
Well, while we sort this out, looks like we have a router restart, so honestly, I don't know what to do in this pause. I'm at a loss. Help me out. I wasn't equipped for
really,
this.
I can't tell stories.
Alright, well, let's see if I can give this a shot here. There once was a chicken. He crossed the road.
Hey,
And now they tell
I have an
jokes
idea.
about him.
what's going on? What can I draw?
I like tic-tac-toe. I see tic-tac-toe.
Yep.
Alright, I'll start. Oh god, it's hard to keep everything going. I don't know what my plan was here.
Doesn't look like
Oh,
this is
it's a
working.
draw. Yeah, this is too hard to keep up, man. Ah, man. Well, thank God I don't think I have any live viewers right now. It looks like my Twitch page is rather quiet at the moment. I didn't quite advertise this one on the stream, but all right. So it looks like Zhao back in the mumble, and we can go ahead and start as soon as he reconnects. So until that happens,
Alright, I got something to pass the time. What do you think of the 4 new additions to this Captain's Mode pool?
I am scared as hell. Abaddon is absolutely insane if you can draft him in a good lineup, and Troll Warlord is just overall strong in any lineup that deals damage, so I imagine we're going to start seeing Troll Warlord being a regular pick. I'm pretty sure he's going to be played as a support.
My thanks.
Alright, so 3, 2, 1, back into the game. As it stands right now, Hang and Bang and Tryhard. The Golden XP is relatively even. It's sitting within about 500 to 1,000 advantage, and it's still in Tryhard's favor. So they can still win a good team fight if they set it up correctly, but we see the Wisp teleport into the bottom lane, but the Nyx gets right on out. The Crystal Maiden is actually running away. One of the slowest heroes in the game is able to run away from a Wisp Chaos Knight. When do you see that happen? With that relocate already used, they can go ahead and try to get some push going.
But Sven's not there, and he has no way of going down.
Yeah, Sven's farming the jungle, and I think Hang and Bang know it. They're grouping up right around the river.
They might catch up this right now.
And it looks like Tryhard are way out of position if this Weaver gets caught out. This could be absolutely devastating. Fortunately, though, the Weaver getting out just in time. It looks like Sven gonna get caught out or catching out the Nature's Prophet, but doesn't use a Stormhammer. Nature's Prophet's just gonna walk away. Sven most certainly could have committed everything to that, but now he's got no way to get to the bottom lane, and Nature's Prophet can go in. I'm really scared for Tryhard's push right now.
Both teams also do not have a mech yet.
Right. So it looks like Tryhard gonna back off. The Nature's Prophet ulti does hit. Not entirely sure why it hit, actually. They don't have a ward up in here. Why that ultimate hit the Crystal Maiden?
They just had the high ground vision time.
Huh? There were no heroes around. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that replay. That was weird. Yeah, by all means, that ultimate should not have hit her. Huh. Well, either way, we see Sven pushing in the mid lane. No. Sven pushing out the top lane, rather. And doing a very good job. That level 4 cleave just ripping through the creep wave. Meanwhile, 4 heroes in the mid lane. Puck picks up the Orchid. And Weaver's Lincoln Sphere being popped out by the Nature's Prophet ultimate. Shader, remember, we're on it.
The observer ward location.
Alright. So, looks like we have a viewer on the Twitch channel now. Shout out to Shader. Shout out to his star smiles. I will shout that out for you, man. Thanks for the support. Thanks for watching. As I said, I didn't advertise, so I'm actually surprised people are showing up. He's giving a shout out to you, man, and I think you should be pretty proud of that. They like it here. They like you. Looks like Storm Spirit, the Orchid, catching him in. He's gonna drop. That's the pickoff they were looking for. They can go ahead and try being aggressive now.
I'm pretty sure they could have seen that dust. You should have saw the dust with this observer ward.
They might have, but they might not have been paying attention. I mean, Aegis, though, hasn't been popped on the Weaver. I'm quite surprised he hasn't been playing as aggressive as he has been the entire game. Especially with the,
They have 1 minute for Aegis.
Yep, and Reality Rift trying to bring the Nyx onto the high ground, but to no avail. There are 3 heroes waiting for them on the high ground. They have to try to push this now, or else the Nature's Prophet is going to really push. In fact, he already is taking his toll on the bottom tier 2, and the Relief being used out. Looks like Puck trying to do what he can, but these Treants are going to be able to secure the kill on the tower. No, enough, and then looks like Puck getting the hexed up. Taking out the last hit. Dream Coil, why didn't Nature's Prophet go for that last few hits? Instead, he's going to go ahead and go down. The Waiting Rift, breaking him out. Meanwhile, it looks like Weaver taking some aggression, but still not going down. Crystal Maiden, way out too far ahead. And he's going to take a stun, and he's going to go down. Godlike for the Chaos Knight. And I did not see that. That looked like it was...
3,000 gold.
That was a tower deny from the Puck. I'm not sure what Chaos Knight's going to go for next. It's completely up to him. But sitting on 3k gold, they might be just saving for a buyback. At this point, though,
he could get the Reaper and kill for a heart. I mean, that's another almost 1,000 health.
Oh, he picks up the double damage rune. That is a guaranteed kill on Waning Rift.
Even Reality Rift.
Yep. There is a Waning Rift in this game. But it's not on Chaos Knight. In fact, I'd be rather scared if it was on Chaos Knight. Meanwhile, 3 heroes.
Tryhard's pushing down bottom tower.
Yep, they want to try to get their own split push going. But yeah, you're right. They cannot outpush this.
They cannot push this lineup, as we've seen from.
And it's not just outpushing. You've got a Wisp CK that can be right in whenever they want to. Meanwhile, this lap, and they might just be going for a base race here. It's rather stupid if they do. Tier 3 taking a lot of damage. In fact, they're going to go in for the TPN. Wisp can bring them out if they want to. Sven trying to go in. They have to take out this Wisp absolutely first before he relocates out. And there he goes. The Wisp going to get the relocate. And all that's going to happen is the Wisp is going to pick up. Meanwhile, top tier 3 taking a lot of damage.
I'm just waiting for the Wisp to come back.
Yep, this Wisp is going to fall. Popped like a balloon, but unfortunately they lose a lot for that. Tryhard Rebby way out of position. And Hang and Bang really punished that. Crystal Maiden going bald and dropping down. Looks like this team is going to go ahead and put some...
Up to see,
Right, they're going to go ahead and put some aggression on the mid lane. Go ahead.
Alright. Weaver's catching up to CK in terms of net worth.
Well, I mean, you say that, but, I mean, let's take a look at the circumstance here. Weaver used to lead the net worth.
Yeah.
So the fact that he has to catch up is kind of scary.
Almost as his butterfly, which makes him a lot more survivable against the physical damage that comes out of CK and I guess Prophet.
Totally. I mean, he has it in like 300 gold. So, meanwhile, the Nature's Chaos Knight still 4,200 gold. Is he gonna go for something like a Sacred Relic into Divine? I mean, that'd be kind of stupid. I don't mean to sound like overly critical, but seriously. Spend your gold, bro.
I think he's just gonna probably just the AC or the heart, assuming.
Yeah, he might be saving for buyback in heart. Or just get a straight up heart. I don't know, but meanwhile they're pushing in the top lane. Nyx Assassin falling solo to the Nature's Prophet. And 3 heroes in the mid lane.
The Prophet also has 3,000 gold in the bank.
2 heroes pushing in mid. Meanwhile, top and bottom are being pushed out for Dire. I swear I've seen this before. Except not as much as on the stake at stake this time, but this is dangerous. This is dangerous to fight against. And Tryhards are falling quicker and quicker behind, and Hang and Bang take out the tower. They're going ham on the racks here. Sven is ready to get a defense on. He does have his AC, pops God Strength, trying to do what he can, but there is no damage going out on this Chaos Knight. Turns around, man fights, man mows it up, and ends up going on, taking out, getting the godlike on the Crystal Maiden, but he's falling fast now. Unfortunately though, it looks like Sven taking a lot of damage. The Impale, beautifully, they're able to pick up the Chaos Knight, the Storm Spirit next to fall, and the Wisp gonna fall shortly thereafter. Triple kill.
But Prophet's killing off that tower.
Doesn't get it though.
And he forced out the glyph as well.
Doesn't get it.
I mean, they just can't. They won this fight, but they can't take too much out of it because all lanes are pushed in, and they can't take a T3 tower.
Well, mid lane they might be able to really push out mid, but aside from that, it's a great fight. But I mean, at what cost? They didn't end up losing a Rax, which is absolutely huge on their part, but and they took 4 heroes down. So I don't know, I think Tryhard came out wildly ahead in that fight, but being unable to turn it into anything is just a true testament to how strong the split push is coming out from Hang and Bang. I mean, they now have up to a 5,000 gold advantage and close to 10,000 experience advantage. By all means, they should be the one knocking on the doors of Hang and Bang, but Hang and Bang doing a great job making sure the waves are in no position for them to take any real aggression on their base. And Nature's Prophet got his Tryhard in the Roche Pit, scouting out the next Aegis.
Invisibility.
And here we go.
Oh,
Another pause. Are they gonna go for Roshan this time, man? Hang and Bang, Neutral Milk Hotel. Looks like they're having more issues here. Puck does have an invis room. Let's take. Go ahead.
Oh, Sven has his Talisman of Evasion now, so he actually might build that into Heaven's Halberd, which is really interesting.
I was gonna say,
BKB yet.
Yeah, I completely forgot about the Heaven's Halberd. I was looking at that thinking Butterfly on the Sven. What? But yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Thank you for smacking some sense into me, but yeah, Heaven's Halberd, a great item on Sven, especially versus the Chaos Knight. I mean, his Reality Rift, I don't think dispels it, and neither does Manta. But Chaos Knight picking up a Assault Cuirass of his own. Mr. Inferno getting caught out. The Impale does hit, but the Force Staff keeping him out, and it looks like the immediate Wisp gank reaction, and they're gonna find the Crystal Maiden. And Nyx gonna be the next to fall. I don't know why he tried to go in on that Storm Spirit, but that's 2 for nothing.
Yeah, he just should have walked away.
And
in the Roche Pit.
Hang and Bang are gonna get the Roche. Another instance of just when we think that Tryhard are pulling it back together, Hang and Bang making some good plays, solidifying their lead. And Puck getting vision out in the Roche Pit.
They can't contest it though, because they can't 3v5.
They can't contest it, but I think they're going to try to steal it. But just like that, Hang and Bang say, you want to try to steal it? Beautiful evasion out from the Puck, but Hang and Bang want to bring the fight to them. They don't want Roche. The big man's too easy for them. They want to go for the team fight, and they want to GG this game.
This is actually better because Tryhard Crystal Main's up now, and then Nyx is up in 8 seconds. So they stalled out and they ran the Roche fight.
It looks like traded stuns, but right now Puck doing what she can. The Dream Coil catching on too, and Sven used his BKB, but it's not amounting to anything. No, he puts it around to his great damage on the Chaos Knight. The Chaos Knight might actually fall here, taking a lot of damage, and there he goes. Puck getting stunned out by the Tether stun, but the Wisp is going to be the next to fall. Meanwhile, Weaver doing good damage, but getting Electric Vortexed out. Storm Spirit though, gonna fall, and the Nature's Prophet running away. Beautiful fight.
This whole thing happened because CK doesn't have his BKB, so he got massively stunned, and he didn't use Phantasm until he was only half health. Those illusions were half health as well, and just got cleaved by Sven.
Totally, and now they can go ahead and go after Roshan. I'm thinking Sven should try to go for some lifesteal. Maybe a, I don't want to say Mask of Madness because the Chaos Knight outputs too much damage, but even a,
just the Helm of the Dom.
Yeah, Helm of the Dom into a Satanic would be good. And with a Helm of the Dominator, you can also stack these Ancients. He's got 4,000 gold though. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for something like a Heart next, or even a Daedalus.
Vlad's might not be bad just because of the Vlad's aura, the 15% bonus damage,
and the armor,
for Weaver and him,
and the bonus armor. But as we saw in the last team fight, Tryhard get a great team fight, but what did it turn into? They got no ability to really take out any break the base at all. Nature's Prophet just doing a great job keeping the lanes pushed. Heaven's Halberd though, finished up on Sven. He can afford his Crystallis if he wants it. In fact, he doesn't need his magic wand anymore. He's gonna
probably just buy Boots of Travel soon.
Totally. Looks like Puck taking out the jungle farm, sitting at 2,400 gold. In fact, let's take a look at some current golds going on, and we see Nature's Prophet on a hefty stack of gold. Meanwhile, Weaver 3,000, Puck 2,000, and 2,000 on both Sven and the Storm Spirit. So a lot of gold not being spent, but still, Team Tryhard in a severe advantage in XP and gold. It's close to 10,000. They gotta keep winning team fights, and as you called out, that AC is only gonna help so much, as without the BKB, is not gonna be the CK isn't gonna be as survivable as the Sven. Unfortunately, though, Nature's Prophet putting a hefty push out in the top lane. Meanwhile, Chaos Knight and Wisp putting a hefty push out in the bottom lane. Seriously, this is so like fresh in my mind. I keep bringing it up, but it keeps being true. They're pushing out the mid lane. Meanwhile, bottom lane is pushing in. The glyph does get used out. Nature's Prophet pushing out the top lane is actually going to TP into the base. Both racks at a disadvantage. Mid racks going down. Bottom racks going down. Is this going to be a base race? It looks like they're going for it. The TP support in. The Nyx gonna fall. It looks like the Wisp though dropping low. The Sven taking out the Chaos Knight like a man. Chaos Knight though fighting back past Satanic and is gonna stay up for a little bit longer, but the Sven looking to pick him out, and the Chaos Knight dropping very low, but the Sven getting kited out. Nature's Prophet though, the Rubik gonna fall to the Sven stun. They got a base race this. The Nature's Prophet pushing into the tier 4s. Looks like Weaver really wants these tier 4s, and Sven is backing him up all the way. Meanwhile, Chaos Knight trying to regen in the base. Who's gonna get it? Looks like Nature's Prophet comes back. They know they have to defend. They are gonna lose this base race. Look at that damage coming out from the Sven. The Heaven's Halberd keeping the Chaos Knight out, and it looks like Tryhard are bringing this game into their grasp. But just like that, Electric Vortex, the Chaos Knight buys back. Gonna Reality Rift the Puck, but he's gonna instantly take it back out. Sven gonna try to get out, but he's gonna drop to the Storm Spirit. And it looks like Chaos Knight out for blood. Buy back out on the Sven, and killing spree for calling for Black Cup. But just like that, a buy back out on the Puck. Boots of Travel being picked up by the Sven. Is this team fight over? I think it's over. Sven, he comes back in. He's alone. What's he doing? He gets Electric Vortex in. The Wisp coming in for backup. The Sven dropping really low. He's got the Hex. The Chaos Knight coming in. The Heaven's Halberd, but the Sven is going to fall here. That's 80
That was a really
seconds.
good idea without BKB. Yeah, I mean without BKB, he can't fight. He needs to have that magic immunity, or he just gets crowd control down. And now this allows the Radiant might push the mid.
Right, they have nothing. Tryhard has nothing to stop this.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
This is just gonna be a dead-on push. In the mid lane, Sven's down for 50 seconds. No buybacks. In fact, looking at buybacks,
No
if I can pick it up, I don't know. No one has buybacks except for the Weaver and the Nature's Prophet. Puck trying to do what he can, but there's just so much damage. Crystal Maiden dropping an ult, but not just going down, and it looks like that's GG. This team isn't able to do much. Weaver takes out the Wisp, but Weaver actually getting the Rubik as well, but tier 4 is falling. Ancient next to go down. Weaver picking up the Storm Spirit. They gotta go and defend this Ancient. It's dropping low. It's half. It's at quarter. It's going down. It falls, and that's a good game for Team Hang and Bang as they weather the storm and they pull this game right back into their grasp. We look at the golden XP advantages. Well, they're kind of bugged out right now, but it never left Tryhard's advantage. So, game 1 going the way of Hang and Bang. Guys, this has been Chicago Ted listening to Chicago Ted and All Smiles. Game 2 is coming up right after this.